Hey, Doug.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, and we are with something new as this new league is beginning. And Edmund Jones running tonight. This season begins here tonight, and this season will be both races you see here tonight, but obviously different tracks every week. But we'll have the 34 Legends cars on some short tracks, followed by the Whelen mod. So a great series, and something you don't see all the time, but everybody loves driving both of these car types. So ought to be really exciting. And the Legends are at Oxford tonight, which definitely takes it up a notch or two. And let's see if we can get a word with league owner Edmund Jones. Hey Edmund, it's Doug. You got me?
Hey, Doug. How's it going, buddy?
Hey man, going good. I know you guys were really excited about getting your first league race underway here tonight, and it looks like Legends and Whelen mods every week.
Yes, we're going to run a 10-week schedule. Sometimes, like tonight, we're going to be running different tracks. Normally, we try to keep both series at the same place. That is an old schedule there, buddy. But I'll shoot you over the new schedule here in a little bit.
Okay, yeah, my bad.
No, yeah, you're good. I haven't worked up any forms for the new schedule, but no, we're running an open class Legends. You know, all of them are shorter tracks like Oxford. We're running a fixed class for the tour mods every week. Just trying to bring good competitive racing, and I'm overjoyed by tonight, man. You know, the car count that we have in here already. I mean, what are we up to? 1, 2, 3, 14 out here on this small of a track kind of scares me.
Well, it's definitely going to be interesting having 14 cars on a 3/8 mile track, and these cars do tend to not have the most grip in the world, so that can make things extremely interesting as well.
Oh, definitely. And, you know, with it being an open setup, we're definitely going to have some guys that are fast in here. You know, a couple late arrivals to the league. They just joined today. You know, Jace in the 19 car, kid's fast. He is absolutely fast in this. I mean, he's about 0.2 of a second faster than anyone at the moment. So it should be some fun racing. You know, we'll be chasing him all night and see what we can do.
Well, it definitely looks like a lot of fun. Looking forward to seeing how this one goes, and good luck on the new season. If anybody's interested, you guys still recruiting?
Yes, we'll be recruiting for the foreseeable future. I want to, as scary as it is, I want to try to get the car count, especially for these legends, up into 25 roughly. You know, I think it'd be fun. So if anybody's interested, contact us via Facebook or on my Discord or iRacing. It's BSJRL, number 7210. You can shoot a league invite anytime.
All right, man. Well, good luck tonight. It looks like you got some wreck avoidance practice a moment ago, so you should be in good shape for tonight.
Oh, I'm hoping so. I'm debating if I want to just stay in the back here tonight.
First race of the season, not always a bad idea to start in the back.
Nope, not at all.
All right, good luck, buddy.
Hey, thanks for the broadcast, man.
My pleasure. All right, that was league owner Edmund Jones. You heard it. This is the first race of the season. They will be recruiting as well for the foreseeable future for both, especially they want to get some high number car counts in these 34 legends, and it's going to be exciting out there tonight. These little cars go extremely fast, ton of grip, or not a ton of grip, but rather, but a lot of lean and a lot of sliding. And it does make things exciting. It is an open setup, so we might see some guys a little bit faster, might have the fastest setup out there. That could come into play as well. Although these 34 legends, they have a limited number of setup options, so, it's within a certain range. It's more along the lines of tailoring the car to your own liking. And there's so much chaos going on during practice. Oxford, definitely an interesting track. Now, let's take a quick look at it. It's a circle. Let's be real. When you look at the track map, it says it has 4 corners. It really, really doesn't. It is a 3/8 mile circle. The track temperature is 110 degrees right now. So there's only going to be 2 or 3 laps where those tires are actually gripping, and then they're going to start sliding everywhere. And as mentioned, 14 cars on the track right now. Edmund Jones, just saw him. He's currently in 10th. You got Jace Morgan, the fastest car out there. Kyle Gammon, 2nd. Donald Minute, 3rd. Devin Deshays is 4th fastest. And Brandon Lively is 5th fastest. Then Will Brinkley, Caden Tufts, Rusty Modesty, Andrew Thornton, Edmund Jones, Joseph Smith, Hunter Mitchell, Tina Davis, and Ed Jones, Edmund Jones' father. So interesting, little bit of a different field out there than what we usually see all in the Monday nights. And there are some names you probably recognize in the field tonight as well, like Edmund Jones and Andrew Thornton, but a lot of new names, and Joseph Smith, but a lot of new names out there as well. That's going to make things very exciting. And looking at Andrew Thornton's car, he's carried his dirt car paint scheme over, got the red flames on the side of it, which look really, really awesome on these little bitty cars. All right, practice coming to a close. One of the cool things about this league, 15-minute practice, but Edmund had sessions set up for practice earlier today. So making sure everybody gets time to practice and work on setups, but keeping the sessions kind of short so that everybody can get the racing in and actually have more fun racing. So as Andrew Thornton rolls off pit road, Devin rolling off of pit road now as well. Jace is the one to watch tonight per Edmund. And there he goes off of pit road. Will Brinkley out there in the 47 car. Edmund Jones' father, there he is in the 38. Rusty Modesty and driving that old school paint scheme. Hadn't seen one of those around in a while. And of course, Joseph Smith out there. Right now, Caden Tufts has the fastest lap, but that may not last. And this track is so short, they finished their qualifying really, really quickly. Trying to find somebody still on track, but just about everybody is done. There's Edmund Jones. Rusty is still out there. Devin's still out on track. And it looks like Tina Davis is also getting her laps in here as well. Hunter Mitchell completing his, and another driver hopping in late. We'll see if he can get his laps in. Ricky Wentworth just getting into the session. So far, Jace is the number one car. He's had the fastest lap. Devin coming to complete his qualifying lap now. Tina Davis hopping up the board there as well. Hunter Mitchell coming around to finish his qualifying lap, and this will be a 40 lap event here on the 3/8 mile circle with 5-degree bank turns, so it does make things a little bit interesting. Not a lot of time to go for it. The admins have said they are going to make sure all of the caution laps, if there are caution laps, all of them will be as short as possible to do as much green flag racing as possible. Obviously, first race of the season, a lot of new drivers together. They don't know each other, so they've got a lot of learning to do tonight and get to know each other, but could be a really, really good league to join. So if you're looking for a Monday night league and a fun little, or a couple of fun little cars, hop in here with these guys and make sure you hop in here next Monday, get in these Legends cars, get in the Whelens, and have a ball. The Whelens tonight will be at Richmond, and I promise you, if you've never seen a mod race at Richmond, they are fun. The first few laps are really, really sketchy, as I talked with some of the guys about earlier today. It is really, really sketchy out there, those first few laps, but after you get going and get the tires heated up, man, those cars really start to grip, and they've got so much more power than the SK mods that they just fly around the track. With the open setups, these guys are going to be going side by side all the way around the track, and it's going to be an epic event. Looks like our last driver to join the session, Ricky Wentworth, is getting out to qualify right now. While they are qualifying, or while he is finishing up qualifying, you got just enough time to hit the snack bar, and please hit the share button. Help these guys out. We want to get them some notoriety here tonight, get them some more drivers, and hopefully they can fill out the field for an awesome, awesome season. I expect this 15 car battle now. I expect this 15 car battle tonight will be epic, and now it is worth mentioning. You have to mention it every time you come to Oxford, is the infield, the dirt mounds on the light poles. There you see them as Ricky completes his practice, or his qualifying. Those may come into play tonight with some of the chaos that happens at Oxford. All right, everybody is qualified. It's time to go racing. Up front will be Jace Mungen and Caden Tufts. Second row, Kyle Gammon and Brandon Lively. Andrew Thornton and Donald Minute are on the third row. Fourth row is Devin Deschaines and Rusty Modesty. Edmund Jones and Tina Davis rounding out the top 10. Then Joseph Smith and Ricky Wentworth. 11th and 12th, Ed Jones in 13th, Hunter Mitchell in 14th, and Will Brinkley in 15th. And you have to ask the question, we've had brothers and cousins and aunts or uncles and nephews out here, and a few of those other situations, but this is the first time I've got to broadcast a father-son race. Now, if Ed Jones gets up there to Edmond, does he put the son to the wall? There is the question. Smart guy you definitely need to check out. I can definitely vouch for the guys that are running this league, and they are a great group of guys, and this is going to be an extremely fun league to be a part of. Pace car will drop off this time. You got time to hit the share button one more time. All right, Jace and Caden gonna lead them down. Race number 1 for this series. Out of the turn they come. Green flag in the air, and here they go. A little bit of checkup on the outside of the front row. We've got a car way high through the first part of the course. I don't really want to say 1 and 2 because that's not accurate. We've got a car spinning. 2 cars spinning. Caution's out. Looks like Tina Davis and Joseph Smith both go off. Coming out of what is technically turn 2, and looks like Tina gets loose. Joseph gets loose as well, and they fortunately managed to stay off the dirt mounts and nobody goes flying. And it looks like Edmund Jones might have actually got a little bit of Tina there. I think he might have given her the, tried to rattle her cage just a little bit. I guess that answers the question. If father and son get together, will, the son will definitely rattle the cage. I'm just kidding, Edmund. Don't yell at me later, buddy. I just found it comical. All right, pace car about to drop off. Remember, they are using these shortened caution laps as much as possible for this series. Pace car is in. Green flag back in the air. Down and away, no sluggishness this time into turn 1. Off of turn 2, and let's look back through the field as we're starting to see some people getting 3 wide. We've got, a couple of people get together on the back straightaway. Caution is out. Looks like Ed Jones and let's see here. Looks like Ed Jones and Rusty Modesty might have been the 2 that got together, drifted. And then a bunch of chaos, a lot of cars caught up in that. Will Brinkley caught in that. There is the 47, and there you see it, a big pileup. Fortunately, these Legends cars, extremely tough. And riding along with Hunter Mitchell, as once stuff starts happening here at Oxford, there's not a lot you can do. These guys did a great job minimizing the impact of that incident. Back up front, the pace car is already back in. Single file restart this time. Green flag in the air. And now third place, Devin is starting to look to the high side. We've got 1 car way up high coming through 1 and 2. Not the place you want to be. Andrew Thornton on the high side as well in the 31 trying to pick up some positions. Can't make anything happen on the high side yet. Edmund Jones starting to make his way forward. He's going to get past Ricky Wentworth. That's Ricky Wentworth that's been stuck up on the high side. And Jace, who is in the lead, is actually opening up a bit of a gap. It usually takes a while, but he is 1/10 of a second a lap faster than everybody else, at least for the moment. And he is sending it and opening up a little bit of a gap every single lap. Looks like Caden might be able to get... Oh, look at that power move by Devin on the high side. He got off turn 4 really quickly. Dove it into 1 and 2. Gets into the back of Caden and sends Caden up the track. Devin now to second place. Caden drifts back to 4th, and now we've got more chaos caution. Looks like Donald Minute is the one involved this time. They're in the 12 car. Oh, that is another tricky thing about Oxford, is that curbing on the inside. Luckily, everybody manages to get by and keep their cars clean. It has been exciting, to say the least. There is so much action, even for 15 cars on this track. At 3/8 of a mile, this track gets exciting very, very, very quickly. And it looks like we are already going to get everybody stacked back up. Single file yet again. See if the pace car drops off. Everybody is lined up. Pace car is in. Green flag back in the air. Off into turn number 1 they go. Jay still in the lead. Devin in second. Kyle Gammon in third. Caden Tufts in fourth. Brandon Lively in fifth. Andrew Thornton up to sixth now. Will Brinkley, the biggest mover so far. Will has picked up a ton of spots in that 12 car. He started in 15th and is now up to 8th place. I'm sorry, in the 47 car. Excuse me. The 47 is on the march, and Jace just laid down a even faster lap than what he's ran so far. And it's not going to matter. Devin has jumped to the inside, coming out of turn 4, trying to take the lead here. And now it is Devin Deschaines to the lead. And the battle for second there to stand too wide all the way around the track. The 88 down on the bottom. That is Caden Tufts. He was the one that got bumped back a few spots earlier. He is definitely on a mission to get back up there. And the guy that bumped him is now in the lead. How long, if he can get up there, how long before he uses a little, trying to rattle the cage a little, shall we say. Devin way up front. Ed Jones just had an incident. Let's take a quick look. Looks like he was trying to get off of pit road. He might have just stopped, making sure he did not get in the way. Yep, that is what happened. Good call by Ed, stopping there for a moment, letting the field by when he could have came up. And now Devin goes really high down the front straightaway. They're too wide for second place and looking for the lead. Devin gets turned. The top 4 go around. Caden Tufts manages to slip by all the cows. Caution is out, and holy cow. All right, let's see if we can unpack everything that just happened there. See if we can at least get a better look at it before. And it looks like we had second place just going for the lead, and they were so tightly together that once one of them got together, they were all going to get together. And this has got to make Caden Tufts very, very happy right now. He reclaims the lead. A lot of guys coming to pit road for a moment. It looks like just for repairs. Caden stays out. Kyle Gammon is coming off pit road now. We've got 11 cars still on the lead, and make that 12 cars now still on the lead lap with Will Brinkley coming back around. And it looks like Hunter Mitchell may be getting waved around as well. He is still several laps down, so he won't be able to get back to the lead lap. So we'll have 12 cars on the lead lap when they restart. Less than 20 laps to go, and obviously these guys have turned the wick up just a little bit, and it's about to get even more crazy out there as they are leaning on each other on the pace laps. Pace car is in. Pace car jumped the dirt mound. Green flag is in the air. That is the first time I've seen the pace car jump the dirt mound. Oh, we've already got a wreck in turn 1. Caution, and a lot of cars getting caught in that. All right, coming down the front straightaway, off into the turn, and it looks like Andrew Thornton. I do believe that was Andrew Thornton that was already around. Let's take another look. And it just, once one goes around, as close as they are running, they are going to be nose to tail all the way. A lot of cars on pit road. Edmund Jones on pit road. Rusty Modesty on pit road. Devin Deshays went to pit road that time as well. Caden Tufts back to the lead now. We've got Edmund Jones still on pit road. He is rolling off right now. Rusty getting a lap back here as they get ready to go. No, lights are back on the pace car. All right, take a deep breath and get ready because the lights are going out 1 to green again. And it's going to be just over a 10-lap dash to the finish here. Caden Tufts up front, Andrew Thornton to second, Donald Munt in third, or Minute in third, Jace Mungeon in fourth, and Brandon Lively in fifth. Pace car is in. Pace car jumps the dirt mound. Green flag is in the air. And it looks like Andrew's got his hands full back there. Oh, we've got a car going off. That is Donald Minute Jr. He got a little bit of a bump from third place, and Jace just sent him up the track. He drops all the way back to 10th. Caution as Tina Davis has crashed. Off into turn 3. Oh, looks like Tina just clipped that curbing on the inside, and that will send send a street stock side and bigger cars a little bit sideways. But as you've probably seen here before, the ex-Cowboys, they can take that bump in the street stocks and they can save it. But in these little lightweight cars, it's impossible. Once you hit that bump, you're going around. Those street stocks, 3,200 pounds. These Legends cars, just 1,100 pounds with 122 horsepower. Here's the number that surprised me. These cars can do 120 miles an hour. And hey, if you want to see some great street stock racing, come back tomorrow night, 7:20 Eastern, and we will have it for you. All right, looks like nope, we are getting 1 to green. It looked like they had turned the lights back on briefly. 1 to green here, so the pace car will drop off and jump the dirt mound again. There he goes, and green flag back in the air. 8 laps to go here, and it has been a heck of a race, and I am surprised to see the amount of bumping that these cars are taking here tonight. Jace down to the inside on Andrew Thornton for second place. Can Andrew hold him off on the high side? It is so hard to hold position and pass up top. You almost have to move the car in front of you. Oh, we've got a big one on the back straightaway. Kyle Gammon hard in the wall, caution. What happened with Kyle here? Oh, he just snapped loose, or the car in front of him, excuse me, snapped loose. Kyle managed to not hit him, but in the process wrecked himself. Devin Deshays caught in that as well. I think he might have been the car right there that went around to begin with. Yes, indeed. And, oh, Kyle does get just a little bit of the back bumper there. Lightweight cars, high horsepower for the weight, and it brings out the chaos. Wow, indeed. Looks like we're going to get 1 to green this time by, watch the pace car closely. That is hilarious. that the pace car is actually jumping that dirt mound. All right, Caden Tuff still in the lead. Jace is now into second. Brandon third. Andrew Thornton back to fourth. Will Brinkley, who started in 15th, now up to fifth in that 47 car. There's the jump, and green flag back in the air. 3 laps to go for Caden, but he's got his hands full. Jace all over the back bumper. There might have been a touch there in 1 and 2. Now Jace looking down to the inside for 3 and 4. Remember that curbing is dangerous, but he has to get as low as possible to get underneath of him. 2 laps to go. And it's a 3-car battle for the win here. Oh, we've got a car that Andrew Thornton gets the curbing and spins out. We'll get a green-white checkered. There is Andrew Thornton. You see him just catch. I think he got his left side wheels all the way over. Collects the 13 and several cars caught in that. Donald Minute and Tina Davis both get a piece of that one. Donald Minute and Andrew Thornton both on pit road. And Will Brinkley manages to drive through another incident and has made his way up to 4th. He has managed to drive through all the chaos tonight after starting in 15th up to 4th place. He's probably going to be one of the drivers to watch this season in these cars. All right, this time we should get 1 to green. Jace Mungen up front, Brandon Lively in second. Caden Tufts in third, Will Brinkley in fourth, Devin Deshays in fifth, Ricky Wentworth sixth, Rusty Modesty seventh, Joseph Smith eighth, Donald Minute Jr. ninth, and Edmund Jones in 10th. Those are the cars on the lead lap. Then it's Andrew Thornton, Hunter Mitchell, Tina Davis, Kyle Gammon, and Ed Jones rounding out the field. 1 or more laps down each. No, it looks like they delayed it. They're going to go by 1 more time, trying to get everybody sorted out. They get the 1 to green again. Three-eighths of a mile, 16-second laps. This is going to get really, really interesting for the green-white checkered. Pace car is in. Green flag back in the air. 2 laps to go at the line. Jace has Brandon all over the back bumper right now. Brandon loses a little bit of ground there. There is Caden Tufts, who has been coming back and forth all night long. They're coming down to get the white flag here. Jace takes the white flag and managing to keep a little bit of a gap on second place. Brandon Lively, third place. Caden Tufts. As they come around, will Caden move anybody? He does not. They come across the line and Jace Mungen wins. Brandon Lively finishes second. Caden Tufts third. Will Brinkley, after starting in 15th, finishes fourth. Devin Deshays is fifth. Rusty Modesty sixth. Ricky Wentworth seventh. Donald Minton Jr. eighth. Joseph Smith ninth, and Edmund Jones 10th. And what Oxford always puts on the best shows, but that definitely was one for the record books, as just all sorts of excitement. All right, let me see if I can find Jace to talk to. Well, this is interesting. Jace is not available to talk to, and Brandon is completely muted. Oh, there's Jace. Hang on. Hey, Jace, this is Doug in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, congratulations on what ended up being a very crazy win there.
Yeah, thank you. I was definitely had to fight for that one, coming from like fifth or fourth after getting wrecked, but definitely had to work hard for that.
Well, you definitely had one of the fastest cars out there early on in the race. You laid down the fastest lap, and then you broke your own record 2 more times immediately following that. You kind of just kept getting faster as the night went on.
Yeah, I was definitely pushing the thing as hard as I could because there's so many great racers out in this race in this league. Yeah, definitely trying to make up that ground.
Well, you did a heck of a job, buddy. Congratulations. Go celebrate one heck of a win.
Thank you.
All right, let me see if I can get Brandon. Hey, Brandon, this is Doug in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, Doug. How you doing, bud?
Hey, man, I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Yeah, that was a heck of a race, man. That was intense and fun all at the same time.
Yeah, it looked like a pretty wild one, especially from your perspective. You kind of had a back and forth race there.
Yeah, it was a tough run up through the back there. Tough start on the outside there at the beginning there. I missed a shift and kind of bogged it up, but kept it clean for the rest of the race as best I could. Kind of got a little bit involved in that spin there midway race, but nothing too banged up. Didn't have to pit or anything like that, so I kept my track position and just kind of snuck my way through. Top 3 is not too bad.
No, it really wasn't, especially considering that race, man. Congratulations. That was a heck of a showing.
Hey, thanks, Doug.
And let me see if I can get her third place. Hey, Caden, this is Doug. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man. That was definitely an up and down race for you, but what a comeback you had there at the end.
Yeah, we were going up and down on positions, but when we got that lead there, all the pressure's behind me and started to get a little squiggly getting close to that curb. If you hit it, really offsets that car and gets you right loose, and that's how he got under me.
Well, you definitely managed to hold on to it. You came back for a third place finish, which was nothing to sneeze at considering the competition tonight. And a couple of close calls there, but a heck of a finish, buddy.
Yeah, there was a lot of close calls there. Surprised I actually didn't go fully around lots of the times there. I almost got collected in one of them there that the whole entire inside row lost it.
Yeah, that was a close one for sure. You actually were one of the 2 cars that was behind that incident when all 4 cars went around. You were one of 2 that were directly behind and managed to drive through that mess.
Yeah, I really think it's just luck. Recently, in real life too, I've been missing a lot of huge wrecks on the top side. So I guess it's just the luck thing that's carrying over to here.
Well, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and it definitely paid off tonight.
Oh yeah, it definitely paid off for me. I'm glad to come out here with the top 3 on my first race with the series.
All right, man. Well, congratulations. Heck of a race, and look forward to seeing what you do the rest of the season.
Yeah, thank you, brother, and I appreciate it.
All right, that was Caden Tufts, and let's see if we can get a quick word with Edmund. Hey, Edmund, it's Doug. You got me?
Hey, Doug. How's it going, buddy?
Well, you definitely had a wild, wild race. But
And a little bit.
a little bit. I have to ask, did you breathe at any point during that battle?
Little bit. I mean, with it being a new league, just trying to figure out, how everybody drives and trying to do admin duties here. I didn't have too much time. I wished I could have been up there running with those guys. I felt like I could, but admin duties come first.
Yeah, that is the unfortunate thing.
It's a very quick pace that we want to keep. and nobody wants to be out here in a 40 lap race and have 35 of them be under pacing. So we need to tweak it a little bit, I think. And like I said, new league, there's going to be mistakes, but I felt really great about that race. It sounds like, I had your broadcast on. Sounds like there was a lot of great racing, especially up in the front. And that gives me a lot of hope for our tour mod race here in about 15 or 45 minutes.
Yeah, that one's definitely going to be a heck of a show, man. Congratulations on a great first race, and looking forward to seeing what the tour mods do.
Hey, thanks, Doug.
All right, that is it for race number 1. Race number 2, we will get started here in about 30-45 minutes, so stick around, don't go anywhere, and we'll be back here shortly. Might find something to do in the interim to entertain you guys. All right, the drivers have made it from Oxford Plains to Richmond. They are unloading the tour mods right now. We'll be back live in just a moment. Make sure you take a minute to hit the share button while you're waiting, and go hit the snack bar because you're not going to want to miss a single second of this race. All right, we are back, and we are at Richmond as the cars take to the track. Joseph Smith and Donald Minute are the first two cars out on track. Casey Pacella is coming out on track now as well, and starting to see some cars get out there. Obviously, we saw the ARCA cars going around here last night. These cars have a lot more grip as long as you're careful that first few laps. But that first few laps, it's a doozy to handle. Once the tires get warmed up, these things just stick wherever you need to put them. But until they do, a lot of the guys saying they're really, really squirrely out there. As everybody unloads, I'm looking through the field, and so far we've got about 10, expect at least 15 drivers again here on this 3/4 mile track. And hey, interesting note, talking to some of these guys, they will be joining in the XCal Massive Whale PD in November. There's several of these drivers very interested in that party. So if you haven't checked that out yet, go find, there are links on the Facebook page, and you can find out all about it at xcalracing.com and learn so much more. It is going to be a huge multi-night event that you do not want to miss. A few new names in the field this time by Fred Houle in the field. I'm looking to see Fred and Casey look like they're the first two new names we're seeing in this session. And the reason we mentioned the grip level on these cars, you see those right side tires are actually bigger and wider than the left sides. The front left tire is almost as big as the right front tire, but they're still really left turn biased. In fact, they have so much bias that if you set them up for a road course, they still want to turn left every corner. A couple of other interesting notes for these cars as well. You see they are a mod. They have the roll cage on the outside of the car in a lot of spots as we've got a spin off Andrew Thornton's nose. These cars have 612 horsepower for only 2,575 pounds. They'll do 160 miles an hour. Makes them great for both short tracks, intermediate, and bigger tracks as well, and makes them a ton of fun to drive. And like I said, a lot of grip in these cars makes them really, really fun to drive. They have a lower class model of these, the SK mods, that you can almost stay flat-footed around here. But these cars, you cannot flat-foot these cars around the track. You have to be very careful into the turn. You have to be very, very careful up off the turn. And here at Richmond, it has a little bit of an interesting setup. Let's ride along with Andrew Thornton as he goes, and you can see he's actually going uphill. It's not a huge difference in the height, but the front stretch actually sits higher than the back straightaway does. So when you're coming down the hill out through 1 and 2, you actually are going downhill, and it can cause the car to get loose, but you can get loose going up the hill too. And these cars will be fighting a loose condition early in the run as the tires come up to temperature. Once those big tires are up to temperature, as you can see, they said, some of the guys said during practice they still got a little bit of slide on. They still got a little bit of drift in them, but it's not terribly bad, and you can actually push the car really, really hard here. Caleb Tufts, currently Caden Tufts, excuse me, currently the fastest car on track. And I got to see who that was that was flying around just a moment ago. Hunter Mitchell was flying down the back straightaway. It looked like he had to catch the car a little bit off 2, but he also had a ton of speed off of 2. Keeps it out of the wall. Looks like he is trying to pull down off the wall just a little bit as he gets so close. He's having to fight that car out of turn number 2, but he carries so much speed out of the corners versus everybody around him right now. He's only 8th fastest at the moment, but the way he's carrying speeds up off these turns later in the run as the tires start to wear, he's probably going to have a distinct advantage here. Edmund Jones rolling off pit road in his purple car. Edmund has a thing with purple cars. I have not figured it out. I've never asked him about it either. One of these days I will. But Edmund always in a purple car. Andrew Thornton has a new set of paint schemes this season as well, all of them featuring that flame design on the side as part of his new team. There is Donald Minute Jr., currently 3rd fastest. Casey now back to 4th fastest. Joseph Smith currently 5th fastest. Ed Jones 6th, Fred Houle 7th, Hunter Mitchell 8th, 9th is Edmund Jones, 10th is Ricky Wentworth. And John Palermo just hopping in, still getting some drivers getting in here. They've got a little bit of practice time left. You gotta love the old Country Time lemonade paint, pink lemonade paint scheme. It always shocks me though to see a pink car on track, as up until the late 90s, the color that all your NASCAR drivers, all your top racing series, they were all paranoid about having pink on the car. Always said it was bad luck. Jeff Burton was the first driver to really drive a car that had a lot of pink on it when he had the Exide battery car with Roush Racing, and he obviously had a lot of good luck in that car. So some drivers will now tell you it's green cars. Caden really laying down some fast laps. Every time somebody gets close to his lap time, he just goes a little bit faster. He's currently a 1/10 of a second faster than Donald Minute, but Donald is picking up speed as well. Oh, we've got a car in the air. That is Ed Jones. Let's back it up as we've got Joseph Smith wrecking there too. Let's, since we're in the middle of practice, let's back it up and see what happened here. See if it's something. And this was something the drivers talked about. If they push too hard, lose grip, you end up in that outside wall, and it is not forgiving here at all. And then you have several cars get in there, hit him, and sends him up into the air. He does stick the landing. We'll have to give him a 7.8 for that. Actually, a 7.6. No real flips or barrel rolls on that one. And there you see the push off the corner by Ricky Wentworth, and we're seeing a lot of that. You have to drive in. The preferred method getting into turns 1 and 2 is to drive in and late apex the corner off of turn number 2. To give you a little bit more room to run up the track as you go. If you try and apex earlier in the corner or running the high line, you run the risk of hitting that outside wall if you start pushing too hard. You know what? Hey, Edmund, it's Doug. You got me?
Hey, how's it going, buddy?
Hey, good. I had a question for you that's been on my mind for a while, and I keep forgetting to ask.
Okay, this kind of scares me.
Why purple?
Because my lovely wife wants at least one purple car.
Well, you've got more than one at this point, but yeah, I've been there.
I have two. I have my modified, and then I need to update my truck. I just haven't updated it in forever, so we'll see. We'll see what Warlord Drafts can come up with there.
Well, definitely an awesome paint scheme here tonight. Now, who do you, looking at the time so far, Caden is the fastest, but he's not put in as many laps as everybody else. Who are you looking at to be on top tonight?
I'm honestly thinking Caden, if he stays in open air, he may get away from us. But, man, you can throw a blanket over just about everybody in this lobby right now.
You definitely can. It's definitely going to be an interesting battle out there tonight.
That it is. I'm anticipating some really great racing. We got a good car count again, and this is going to be a lot of fun.
All right, buddy. Good luck, man.
Hey, thanks, Doug.
All right, Edmund Jones, and yeah, it is definitely going to be. The car count continues to grow as they have 5 minutes left in practice. They'll have 5 minutes to qualify, and then they will go racing here from Richmond. Three-quarters of a mile track, 14-degree turns, 8 degrees of banking on the front straightaway, 2 degrees of banking on the back straightaway. And let's pull up the race info and take a quick look, because as you see there, that little red line on the track, that indicates the start-finish line. It is not at the middle of the front straightaway like most tracks. that could come into play when we get down to the final laps of the race. We have seen races come down to where that line is positioned before. Track temperature currently 87 degrees, air temperature 83 degrees, and that means it will take a little bit longer for the tires to heat up, but once they do, they will stay optimal temperature longer because of the cooler track temperature. Taking a look at the times, everybody that has been out is within 0.4 of a second of the leader. That puts some of these guys second place through 5th place are all within 5/100ths of a second of each other with their lap times. Sixth place through 10th place, all within just a couple hundredths of a second of each other as well. And 10th and 11th place, just a 10th behind them. So things are going to get really interesting. It's going to be a lot of close racing, and it is short track racing, so you know there's going to be a little bit of chaos, and obviously going to see a few guys probably get a little hot under the collar tonight. Oh, and a little bit of an incident there on the back straightaway. Donald Minute gets by cleanly, though. Great save by him. Wreck avoidance, especially coming out of turn 2, could be what you need tonight. It looks like Andrew Thornton had a bit of an off-track coming off Ford. Let's see if that was him on the infield. And it was. That is what we were talking about on fresh tires, especially these cars. A lot like a full body car on fresh tires, they're slippery, and getting up off of that turn is very, very tricky. You got to be very, very careful with the throttle. And Caden lands upside down. John Palermo getting out on track. He's getting some laps in. He's currently 5th fastest. One thing about running these mods, once those tires are heating up, once you feel that grip starting to come to you, man, you can put that car anywhere you want. And a little drift off of turn number 2. John Palermo holding on to it, though. Great save down the back straightaway. That's another benefit of this configuration. It allows them to be able to drift that car like that and then pull it back together. All right, a minute left in practice. We'll get to watch everybody go qualifying, and then we will go racing. 65 laps here at Richmond tonight in the Tour Mods. This one will be a good one. This series will be a fixed setup series, so everybody running the same setup is going to come down to the driver. The Legends cars were open setups, but again, they have a limited setup range on those cars, so these guys will be tweaking them to as close as they can get those Legends cars to what they want for every track. But when they come and hop in the mods, they've got to make a difference on the track. Their car's not going to do it for them. Caden Tuft's still the fastest one. Donald Minute is still 2nd fastest. And Donald gets a good run on the middle, in the middle of 3 and 4. Might see some passes by him. Now he's going to drive it down into 1, catches the apron. Looked like he had the line, just got a little bit low there. And I'd imagine we'll see a few passes look like that. Guys get too low. All right, starting to get drivers off of pit road now for qualifying. John Palermo, first one out. Caden Tufts getting out on track. Ed Jones. Andrew Thornton rolling out on the back straightaway. Donald Minute out there as well. There is Joseph Smith. Trying to get his tire, get some heat in those tires. Ricky Wentworth in the Country Time Pink Lemonade car. Edmund Jones in the purple car. Casey Pacala out there as well. Looks like we're waiting on Hunter Mitchell, Andrew Thornton to roll off pit road. Andrew Thornton now coming off pit road in the 31. Hunter Mitchell, the only one that has not hopped out to do his qualifying laps yet. Times just now, guys, just now starting to finish their first lap of qualifying. Caden gets the fastest lap so far. And while we have a few minutes left, please hit that share button. Let's get some eyes on this. Let's get people watching and cheering these guys on here at Richmond tonight. See if we can fill the stands. Most of the drivers have completed qualifying. Hunter Mitchell has not been out to qualify yet. Andrew Thornton just completing his qualifying. Fred Houle also just completed his. Ricky Wentworth looks like he's trying to get a little bit of extra practice in here. Everybody but Hunter Mitchell has qualified. And it looks like Hunter about to roll off pit road now. Kyle Martin just got in the nick of time. We'll see if he has time to get out and qualify. He's going to be cutting it a little bit close here. As Hunter comes around, his spotter will be telling him, green, let's get 1 or 2 quick laps in here. Everybody else has completed except Kyle Martin, who got in late. Hunter has a 9th place qualifying run so far. Caden Tufts still looking like he is going to be starting in first. Hunter betters his position by 1 and moves up to 8th. Kyle Martin not taking to the track. He might be starting in the back of the field here. All right, 65 laps around this 3/4 of a mile track. 14-degree turns, as we mentioned. 8 degrees of banking on the front straightaway. 2 degrees of banking on the back straightaway. And don't forget, going through 1 and 2, you're actually pointed downhill just a little bit. It's a matter of like 10 feet, but it is a drop. And that does affect the banking, the turning, and how you take that corner. Same with coming through 3 and 4. Going uphill just a little bit. That does come into play. And remember, these cars top out as it looks like Kyle Martin might be able to pull off a qualifying run after all. These cars could run as high as 160 miles an hour. They've got 612 horsepower and only 2,500 pounds is the weight of the car. So that it's a lot of power on a pretty lightweight car. relative to some of the other cars, race cars out there. That's a pretty decent. Kyle Martin just flies through and qualifies in 5th. All right, it's time to go racing, folks. Up front will be Caden Tufts and Donald Minute. Second place will be Casey Picala and John Palermo. Kyle Martin and Edmund Jones on the 3rd row. Joseph Smith, Ricky Wentworth on the 4th row. Hunter Mitchell and Ed Jones rounding out the top 10. Fred Houle and Andrew Thornton 11th and 12th. And it looks like actually Caden has the highest I rating in the field right now. That could explain a few things. We'll see if that how he does here tonight. Finished 3rd in the Legends cars, and what a comeback he had after a couple of different incidents. Pace car is rolling off. Expect the same thing this time. Expect to see the admins keep the caution laps as few as possible. They want to keep it green flag racing as much as possible. Down the back straightaway they go. Everybody is stacked up and ready to go. We'll see. Pace car is going to take them around one more time. Giving everybody, you see a lot of cars wiggling back and forth, just trying to build heat. Guys accelerating, getting on the brakes, trying to build up more heat in those tires, get them up to the optimal temperature as quickly as possible. 65 laps, they won't need to pit, they won't need tires, they won't need fuel. It's going to be full send from the word go. Drop in the chat, let us know who you are cheering for here tonight, who you think's going to win, or just say hello. Pace car about to drop off as the sun is starting to set. Pace car is in. Green flag is in the air. They are down and away. And the mod race underway with Caden Tufts managing to clear the field off into turn number 1. Looking at the middle of the field as they come off turn 2. Caution already. Fred Houle involved. Fred there in the 59 car. He just catches a little bit of the apron there. Coming through the middle of 1 and 2. Slides up. He loses a couple positions. He'll drop to the back. Definitely not the way he wanted to start the night, but still a lot of time to make a comeback here. Worth mentioning that Fred had already picked up a couple of positions before that incident. He got a really good start. He started in 11th, looked like he was up to about 9th. He was getting by the field pretty quickly. Lights are already out on the pace car. Admins have this thing under wraps. They are going to make sure as few pace laps as possible. All right, coming out of turn number 3, pace car about to duck off. There goes that pace car. Barney the flag man waiting just a moment. Green flag in the air. They're down and away again. Off into turn number 1 and 2. A lot of side-by-side through the field. Everybody trying to sort things out mid-pack. Caden's going to love seeing this behind him as everybody comes up off turn 4. Everybody keeps him going the right way. This time, Caden lays down the fastest lap of the race so far, now that he's got some clean air. Casey right back there in second. A lot of movement coming as John Palermo looking for a way to get to the front. Edmund Jones almost gets the back bumper of Palermo, has a huge run, has to back out of it. Now he's going to have to build back up. Meanwhile, Casey leading the majority of the pack around, trying to run down Caden Tufts. Caden, half a second lead right now. And his last couple of laps, he's been 1/10 of a second faster than everybody else. Already 6/10 of a second lead, and now Casey's got a mirror full of Donald Minute as Donald looking for second here. Looking further back in the field, let's update on Fred Houle as, almost an incident there as he comes by Andrew Thornton. Fred Houle, remember, had the problems in 1 and 2 on the first lap and went back to the back of the field. Up front, Caden Tufts continuing to open up a lead over second place, Casey Pacella. Oh, we've got a wreck coming out of turn 2. Caution is out. Looks like Kyle Martin involved. And there's the same thing we saw a moment ago. Kyle Martin just clipping the apron just enough to send that car around. He had a little help from behind. They couldn't avoid him. Second caution of the night. Expect this to be a very short caution again. Should not see any cars come to pit road. I don't think Kyle Martin got into anything. Does not look like that car is damaged. No damage to that car, so he should not be. It looks like he is coming to pit road. Nope, he fakes. Now let's see if they stack back up here. Yes, they do. They're going to get back side by side. Great job by the admins getting the pack back together, keeping these cautions as short as possible. Now Casey has a chance at Caleb here. He's got to get just as good of a restart and try and stay with him this time. Can Caden pull away again? But with everybody packed back up, anything could happen. Pace car is in. Green flag back in the air. And almost 3 wide going into turn 1. A couple of guys think better of it back out. It looks like John Palermo might have caught the apron a little bit there. And we had some insanity back behind. They were briefly 4 wide coming off of turn 2. Everybody sorts out, but positions changing. Now Joseph Smith in the wall, out of turn 4, caution. And it looks like Joseph Smith had a hard hit coming out of 4. The 12 car just catches the apron and sends him up to the outside wall. These guys trying to stay as low as possible, block that inside line, not let the other drivers by him, but staying as low as possible. You are going to occasionally catch the apron. Joseph Smith is going to pit road. He's got to get repaired. I doubt we see Joseph Smith take tires on that car. These cars take a long time to change tires and not a lot of benefit in it, especially with so few laps have been run. See if we can get a better angle on his pit stall. No, he is not getting any tires. Looks like he is just getting repairs. And he is going to roll back out. Caden Tuff still managing to hold on to the lead. Casey in second, John Palermo in third, Donald Minute in fourth, Hunter Mitchell fifth, Edmund Jones now back up to sixth, Ed Jones in seventh. There is the father-son combo. Everybody is lined back up. Everybody's still on the lead lap and getting ready to go green again. Side by side into 3 and 4. Pace car about to pull off. Green flag back in the air. They're down and away again. Donald Minute looked like he was chomping at the bit. He was ready to go even before the green dropped. He drops back down to the bottom this time. Casey now having to fight John Palermo. Palermo to the inside into 3 and 4. Back up the track at the start-finish line. Palermo has the nose ahead. Off turn 2, Palermo trying to clear Casey here. And a little bit of chaos going on back here. Kyle Martin managing to save it, get up the track, but a couple of close calls going on back there. Hunter Mitchell was involved. They were 3 wide off turn 2. Let's see if there's any more incidents this time. Oh, Hunter Mitchell drops down to the bottom and catches Kyle Martin. And we've got a good side-by-side battle going on. Joseph Smith and Ed Jones battling. Smith goes by on the high side out of turn number 2. Move Joseph Smith up to 8. Up front, Caden still out in the lead, almost a half a second, but John Palermo is actually starting to close in on him just a little bit. Casey still looking for a way back around for second. Donald Minute in 4th place at the moment and hanging on to this lead pack. And caution! Ed Jones and it looks like Andrew Thornton involved as well. They were side by side coming off of turn number 2. Andrew just comes up just a hair. Andrew goes all over the place. And it looks like Andrew just drifted up further than he intended. And does he stick? He does stick the landing. We'll give it a 7.9. Ed Jones has gone to pit road. Andrew Thornton off of pit road as well. Both needing repairs. Actually, it looks like Andrew Thornton has not made it back off pit road yet. Here he comes. Andrew Thornton not having the night he had hoped for here tonight. Ed Jones coming back down pit road. Maybe he did not fully go into pit road last time. And obviously he's got to have repairs. That car is smoking. They get the 1 to green as they cross the line. Ed Jones still on pit road. You see it there on the left. He's still trying to get that car running again. Now he's back up off pit road, but him and Andrew Thornton both losing a lap here. looking to see, they may have delayed the green here. They did delay the green for 1 lap, giving everybody a chance to get packed back up. So this time we should get 1 to go. Indeed we do, and everybody starts to stack back up. Andrew Thornton, Ed Jones, the only 2 cars not on the lead lap, both 1 lap down. 10 cars currently on the lead lap, and that last restart, it got a lot tighter out there as Caden Tufts could not run away. Sun's going down. We'll check the track temperature here in a few moments, but as the track temp goes down, the grip goes up. These guys will go a little bit faster. Pace car is in. Green flag back in the air. And Caden gets a good jump. Palermo looks to block off into turn 1. He manages to clear him. And now John Palermo on the march. He wants the lead. Palermo staying right there on the back bumper of Caden Tufts. 3rd place is Casey Picala. 4th place is Kyle Martin and Donald Minute in 5th. A lot of excitement back behind the lead pack though. Hunter Mitchell taking a different approach to the exit of turn number 2. It caused 1 issue so far. He's just trying to keep it going the right way and get as much momentum as he can. Oh my goodness! Donald Minute in the wall on the back straightaway. Oh, and Hunter drifts up, catches Minute on the inside. Minute goes up into the wall. Caution. And it looks like Hunter might have caught a little bit of apron and had to save that car. Looks like Ed Jones, I don't think he was caught in that incident. Might have been something trying to avoid it. Almost gets into the, oh, I see. As everybody's checking up, trying to get slowed down for the caution, he got a little bit of a tap there. All right, so Caden's still in the lead. John Palermo in 2nd. Casey Picala in 3rd. 4th is Kyle Martin. Joseph Smith in 5th. Hunter Mitchell 6th. Edmund Jones has slipped back to 7th. Ricky Wentworth in 8th. Donald Minute Jr. in 9th. 10th place is Fred Hool on pit road. Andrew Thornton staying out trying to get the lucky dog here. And I do believe he is in the lucky dog position this time. We'll have to wait and see how it plays out. Yep, Andrew Thornton gets the lucky dog. He gets waved back to the lead lap. Caden out front, John Palermo in 2nd. Should be getting the 1 to go this time by. Almost halfway through this race. Several cars already a lap down. Couple of cars might be done for the night. Ed Jones still on pit road. He had severe damage earlier in the race. He's back on pit road after going into the outside wall. We'll see if he can get back out tonight. Meanwhile, everybody stacking back up side by side, getting ready for the restart. All right, pace car back in. Green flag back in the air. Palermo was set up on the high side, but he had a hard time getting going. And now Casey's going to slip by him on the bottom. Here comes Joseph Smith as well. Joseph Smith now up to 4th. He was trying to get a run. Now he might lose 4th. Drifts back to 5th. Kyle Martin on the high side making that outside line work and gets back into 4th place. Palermo back up to speed in 3rd, but Casey right there on the back bumper of Caden Tuft so far. Palermo starting to look. Palermo jumps to the inside through turn 3. He had been looking low, coming off turn 2, knew he was going to set him up, drops to the inside. He gets the run down the front straightaway, off into turn number 1. And they're very close off turn 2. Don't touch, but oh my goodness, that was a close one. Casey still fighting back. Up on the high side, Palermo drifts up just a little bit. Further back, Edmund Jones has made his way back to 6th. Hunter Mitchell still battling for 7th as Donald Minute is... Oh, we've got a crash on the back straightaway. Caution is out. It's Casey Piccola. And we had seen this battle going on and on. Oh, I'm not sure if he got any help with that one or not. Let's take another angle at it. Just can't tell. I think he might have gotten a little bit of help with that getting up into the wall. Hard hit, and several cars caught in that one. As Joseph Smith now comes to pit road. Just over halfway. Joseph Smith on pit road. Caden Tuft's now still in the lead, but Caden has had his hands full this last run. Several drivers up there extremely fast. Kyle Martin now in 2nd. John Palermo 3rd. Edmund Jones up to 4th. Donald Minute is in 5th. Hunter Mitchell in 6th. Andrew Thornton 7th. Ricky Wentworth 8th. Casey Piccola after the incident back to 9th. Fred Houle in 10th. Ed Jones still on pit road. Looks like he is done for the night. And Joseph Smith on pit road getting some repairs. Flagman Barney gives the signal. 1 lap to green. All right, Caden Tuft's going to lead him down this time. Can Kyle Martin get a good restart and get out in front of him? Palermo in 3rd, Edmund Jones in 4th. Pace car is in. Green flag back in the air. Palermo's been struggling on the restarts. Will he this time? Donald Minute Jr. was not struggling all over the back bumper. Out of turn 2, the top 2 still side by side. Kyle Martin on the high side. Palermo looking to the inside on Martin. They are still nose to tail. Now Martin drops to the inside down the front straightaway. Off into turn 1, and Caden holds that high line. It's going to be close coming off of turn 2. Kyle Martin still looking for a move here. John Palermo and Edmund Jones both hanging out right there. Donald Minute starting to make his way back to the front. And now John Palermo down to the inside. Palermo to 2nd place. He gets by, and it looks like Kyle was really struggling coming off of turn 2. Edmund Jones has to check up huge. Donald Minute almost gets into his back bumper. Caleb Tufts, meanwhile, Caden Tufts, meanwhile, out front. And opening up a lead over 1 second now as they battle for second. And it's a 3-car battle going on for second. Edmund Jones sent it really deep into turn 3. Couldn't hang on to it. Had to back out of it. Almost gets into the 99 of Martin. Joseph Smith had an incident. He clears the track, goes to pit road. Let's see what happened. Off into turn... Oh, his engine blew as he went through turn 1. Probably due to the damage he sustained earlier. Looks like he did not get everything repaired, and now he is out. Palermo and Martin still battling for second place. Edmund Jones and Donald Minute battling for 4th place. Donald has had a couple of different runs. Hasn't been able to make anything stick yet. Andrew Thornton back in 5th place. Hunter Mitchell in 7th, excuse me. Ricky Wentworth 8th, Fred Poole 9th, Casey Piccola in 10th. Caden continuing to extend his lead over Palermo. Palermo now opening up a little bit of a gap over Kyle Martin. Everybody's starting to settle into a little bit of a rhythm. Edmund Jones now closing up on the back bumper, but here comes Donald Minute. He's got to run down on the inside. Gets a little wiggly as he jumps down to the bottom. Off into turn 1, Donald on the inside of Edmund Jones. Clears him coming up off of turn 2. Not enough though, and Edmund Jones gets the inside wall. He manages to recover that car. I do not know how he went from the inside wall or the outside wall down, almost gets the inside wall, still manages to save that car and hold on to 6th place and not cause a bigger incident. Great save by Edmund Jones there. Meanwhile, Donald Minute slips by. He is now up to 4th, trying to run down Kyle Martin. 17 laps to go. Caden out front has a 1.5 second lead over Palermo in 2nd. Kyle Martin currently running 3rd. Donald Minute 4th. Andrew Thornton currently 5th. Edmund Jones back to 6th. Hunter Mitchell in 7th. Ricky Wentworth 8th. Fred Hoole 9th. And Casey Piccola in 10th. And looks like we're about to see the battle for 2nd place. Martin keeps able to drive so much deeper into the corners, but he can't get the run past Palermo yet. And now Donald Minute has closed up on these guys. He is now in the battle. Into 3 and 4, 3-car battle for 2nd place right now. And the battle for 5th place starting to heat up as Edmund Jones has now caught back up to Andrew Thornton. And Donald Minute to the bottom. He's going to try and take 3rd place here. Kyle Martin holds it on the high side. A little bobble out of Minute, but he holds on to it on the bottom. Off into 3 and 4. He uses as much track as he dares. A little bit of a wiggle again. He is pushing that car to its absolute limit every single lap. And almost clears him. Just the rollbar. Oh! The 99 of Kyle Martin gets into the wall. He saves it. He's going to save it. He's not going to save it. Oh, what a close one. I thought Kyle Martin had that thing saved for sure. Try and get the correct replay here. There's the 99 wiggling all the way down the back straightaway, trying to catch it. massive drift all the way through 3, almost saved that car. Then he gets hit by another car. You've got 4 cars on pit road now. Kyle Martin, Casey Picala, Fred Houle, and Joseph Smith have all come to pit road. Ed Jones out of the event. Caden Tufts currently continuing to dominate here. Almost a 2-second lead when the caution came out. But now Donald Minute will be starting right behind him. Donald Minute has come from the back to the front here. He might be the only car capable right now of beating Caden Tufts. Lights are out on the pace car. They begin to stack back up for the restart. Caden will be on the bottom, Palermo on the high side. Donald Minute will be right behind Caden on the bottom. Andrew Thornton on the high side in 4th. Edmund Jones 5th. Ricky Wentworth 6th. Hunter Mitchell 7th. Casey Picala 8th. Kyle Martin 9th. Fred Houle and Joseph Smith both still on pit road. Pace car is in. Green flag back in the air. 8 to go at the line, and now the question is, can Donald Minute clear John Palermo here, and can he do anything with Caden? Oh, we've got a car spinning on the back straightaway. It is Hunter Mitchell, caution back out. And it looks like he might have had a little bit of help on that one. Couldn't tell 100%. It looked like he was already a little loose. Then he just gets a bit of a tap from behind and goes around. Caden Tufts out front still. It's going to come down to a shootout here. Less than 5 laps to go when they restart. Hunter Mitchell now on pit road. Fred Houle and Joseph Smith both still on pit road. Should get the 1 to go this time by. All right, lights go out on the pace car. They're going to stack back up 1 lap to green. They'll have 4 laps to go on the restart. 8 cars left on the lead lap. Caden Tufts, John Palermo, Donald Minute, Andrew Thornton, Edmund Jones, Ricky Wentworth, Casey Picala, and Kyle Martin. Still very much anybody's race here. Can Caden Tufts continue to hold them all off? Pace car is in. Green flag back in the air. Donald Minute had a problem. He got a really good start. Almost got the back bumper of Caden and then had to drop back. He lost 2nd place. That might have been his one shot at it. They're dicing it out in the middle of the pack. Edmund Jones, a little bit of a slide there. Sends it in deep, and Edmund Jones now to the bottom under Andrew Thornton. Up front, Caden Tufts holding off the hard-charging John Palermo. Donald Minute right there with him. It's too wide back behind them as now Edmund Jones up to fourth. Andrew Thornton in fifth on the high side, and here comes Casey Piccola on the bottom. Oh, a lot of bumping. You do not see this in these mods very often. They are not full-bodied cars. They're not supposed to be leaning on each other this heavily, but here they do. Once the white flag comes out, there will be no caution, and it is chaos as these four continue to lead. White flag is in the air for Caden Tuft, and oh, a big wreck on the front straightaway. Casey Piccola and Edmund Jones, they are done. Caden Tufts comes through 3 and 4. He's got a 1.3 second lead. John Palermo is going to finish in second. Donald Minute in third. Kyle Martin in fourth. And Ricky Wentworth finishes fifth. Wow, what a finish. Let's take a look at that incident with 2 to go. Or I guess right as the white flag came out. They have been leaning on each other for a lap. Oh, it looks like Edmund came down and just hooked Casey just right, and that's what sent them both around. Not the way they wanted that race to end, but they were racing extraordinarily hard there. All right, let's see if we can talk to our winner. Hey, Caden, this is Doug. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, congratulations on what was really a very dominant win.
Yeah, we had a great race in Legends, but this one definitely tops it off for the night.
Well, you've had a pretty dominant night. Let's be honest about it.
Yeah, I had a great night tonight. Definitely picked a lot of time up during the practice session, which made me feel really confident about qualifying. Same with the time in qualifying made me feel confident. But tire wear wasn't that bad this race. Basically pretty consistent in the O's and the ones. So I think we definitely had the best management on the tires.
Yeah, and it definitely showed. You're one of the few cars that actually didn't touch a wall, didn't get on the apron, didn't have any issues tonight. Just a smooth, fast race.
Yeah, that's usually my main thing. I don't like sawing the wheels and getting all over the place. I'm more the smooth wheel guy, and just if I get loose, let the wheel go and hope that it saves itself. Usually it does most of the time because you just gotta let off the throttle, and usually these cars straighten themselves out.
Well, you did a great job with it tonight, man. Congratulations. Great win, buddy.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, let's see if we can get a hold of John Palermo. Hey, John, this is Doug. You got me?
Yes, I do.
Hey, what a wild run you had tonight, but you come home with second place, and there was a few close calls there towards the end.
Oh, yeah. I tried to get Caden in that 4-lap shootout. I had him for maybe 1 or 2 laps, and then I just screwed it coming to 2 laps to go, and then I tried to take it easy as much as I could because after that I was like, you know what? I'm not going to win the race, so I should just probably chill a little bit before it costs me any more spots. But, yeah, I had some good saves going on. Hit the wall a couple of times, but hey, really good points day today. Got second place, and hopefully next week we can get the win.
All right, man. Congratulations. Heck of a finish, man.
Thank you.
And we're going to see if we can get a hold of Donald Minute. Hey, Donald, this is Doug in the booth. You got me?
Yes, I do.
Hey, first off, I have to say, you went to the back early and then came charging back through the field very steadily. And it looked like if you had managed to clear Palermo, you might have been the one car that could keep up with Caden.
Yeah, I mean, the car was working pretty good. I could roll it back the corner up just a little bit and roll it in and get back to the throttle before center. I just didn't have enough to pinch it underneath them off exit, but no, I was working pretty good. It's hard to pass here with these cars. They're all so close in time.
You definitely were, but you were definitely one of the fastest out there tonight. And I have to say, there was a couple of times when you were making moves on the bottom, it looked like you were just fighting to keep that car straight, but you were not letting up a single bit, and it definitely paid off.
Oh yeah, it comes from my real racing experience, and it was a little free, like I said, center exit, but like I said, just pinching it down, trying to get a run. They're all evenly matched, so I did everything I could to get up there.
You did a great job, man. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. You have a good night.
All right, that was our third place finisher, Donald Minute, and I gotta say, what an epic night for the first race of this season. Amazing driving from all these guys. Definitely go check them out if you're interested in running the Legends or the mods. It is going to be a great season of short track racing with this group. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow night, 7:20 Eastern, for XCal Street Stocks at, I cannot believe I'm saying this, the Charlotte Legends Oval. How they're going to get 35 cars around that little bitty track is definitely going to be something to watch and something to see. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and all the other stuffs. Have a great night.